Today we're going to learn the loud dal, dhal, and use them in al wadud. Use the link down below to download the PDF worksheet that I'm using as an example. This shows you the scale of the letter using a diamond grid that has 6mm size nuktas to match the 6mm size pen that I'm using. You can use the link below to download that print, and then you can follow along with me. Both of the letters dal and dhal have the same base shape, the only difference being the nukta on top. The overall width of the letter is about 4.5 nuktas. One, two, three, 4.5. And the height is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. At approximately 3 nuktas down from the top is the center point. The top half of the dal has a bit of an S-curve to it. Position your pen and sweep it into a gentle S-curve. That leaves 2 nuktas of space up here by the time you get to this middle here. From here, the pen continues slightly at an angle and overlaps the stroke. It's a fairly straight move. And then with the pen at that same angle, you sweep up, creating this final detail here. And this hilia on top. So once again for the width, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then half is the width. And then approximately 3 nuktas down, 1, 2, 3, is this midpoint. Some people measure this white space left up here to be about 2 nuktas. Starting here, create a gentle S-curve. And then with an overlap, so the start of the shape, you can be about 3 nuktas over. That shows you the S-curve to start. If you're following along on the worksheet, the letters become lighter and lighter. So you have a little bit of a practice starting at the top, and then as you become more comfortable with it, you have less supporting graphics on the way down. This stroke comes up to that point, so about 3 nuktas down or 2.5 nuktas up, depending on which way you're measuring. So from the bottom here, 1, 2.5 roughly. The common error I continue to make is on this downward stroke, putting a curve into it, even though it's almost straight or potentially slightly a downward curve before it comes back up. So the top has an S-curve like that, and the bottom almost comes down a little before it comes up. Top has an S-curve like that. Bottom almost comes down a little before it goes up. Once you have the letter DAAL, you want to turn it into DAAL is extremely easy. You just add the nukta on top. So any DAAL can be turned into a DAAL simply by adding the nukta on top. Print out worksheets, practice as many times as you need on that, and then if you don't have the worksheet or you want to practice on your own, on a blank sheet you can recreate the nukta size. So 5 nuktas across the top, 4.5 nuktas across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 for the height. So approximately 3 nuktas down. Create that S shape. Then with the pen, almost coming straight down. Once again, if you're working off a blank sheet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're only going to use 4.5 on the width. Vertically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 is your height. Approximately 3, it's almost the middle. Create this S-curve. Then you can reduce the amount of helping grid work. So in this case, I only have the width. Putting too much of a curve in the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only going to use 4.5 for the width. Starting here, put in our S-curve. And then so the upper S-curve Practice that S curve and try to come down straight. Practice over and over until you start getting comfortable. And then one of the things that I like to do is combine words that make use of the character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to combine words that make use of the letter I'm learning. Today I'm going to choose another one of the Asma al Husna, al Waduud, which means the loving one. Begin with the Alif, connect into Wow, and then we have our Daal, the S, we have a second Wow again, followed by a second Daal, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be for the Alif. Wow, the S curve, Daal, a second Wow, and then we have a Daal again, S curve, practice once again. If you found some of this useful, please be sure to share and subscribe. I'll see you next time. God bless.